today we are football fans because we're going to make a parallel between the red zone and football and the red zone to retirement. And I know both of you are football fans and your football roots go far.
I am, but let's just be clear. I'm wearing a Buccaneers jersey. I am not a Buccaneers fan. My husband, lifelong Buccaneers fan, so this is on loan, but I do need to get myself a Broncos jersey, preferably Von Miller. I don't know if they make those anymore, but that just needs to be said.
That says something about you, AnnaMarie. That takes a lot to wear another team's jersey that you're not even a fan of.
I know. So let's talk about something else, shall we?
She's leaning into the
go into this show with her saying, let's talk a lot about football. Immediately she changes it.
Deflecting.
Yeah, well, we're leaning into the football concept. You're a football fan and you try to catch a couple Chicago Bears games here and there.
Yeah, I grew up with the Bears, the good old Bears, the 80s, mid-80 Bears. You know, you have Peyton.
Sure.
Not Tillman. Peyton, Dent, Singletary, the good ones. So it's been a while since we've had some good Bears viewing, but we'll get back there.
And I've got 3 football players in my household. 2 of my sons play, and my daughter even played flag football this year, and my husband coaches all of them. So football, of course, a big part of a lot of people's life, probably a big part of your life as well. So we're going to make the parallels. You might enjoy it, but I know one thing. If you're watching and you're near retirement, you're going to feel some of the defenses we're going to talk about today. Because what we're going to do is we want to talk about when you're getting close to retirement, what could maybe get in your way? What defenses could be there to stop you? And these 2 people sitting right next to me, they're going to draw plays that are going to get you to retirement. So let's talk about some of the things that people are feeling in the red zone, and let's talk about what the red zone is, Loren, to retirement.
Yeah, much like the red zone on the football field. On the football field, it's the last 20 yards, the 20 yards prior to getting into the end zone. In retirement, it could be a little bit different for everybody, but categorically, if we just say 10 years prior to retiring, that's when that red zone begins. Where it becomes a little bit challenging is when is exactly 10 years for you. You know, we work with families that think they might retire next year, and they might not actually retire for another 5 years. But so directionally, within 10 years of retiring would be that red zone to retirement. And this is where things can get really complicated, in part because you've never been to the red zone before, right? You've been 40 years old, 20 years old, 35 years old, and you've had different goals in that phase. Your goal in the red zone to retirement is to prepare for that, make the final preparations to get to retirement and then through retirement.
Yeah, AnnaMarie, so the field is shrinking, right, when you get in the red zone, so they have less room to run the play, but when you think about the red zone to retirement, you have more decisions that you have to make as you head in.
That's right, that's when the pressure's on. You know, that's why, I mean, there's a red zone channel specifically for just the red zone, because that's when it's exciting, that's when hot plays need to happen, defenses need to be on, because pressure is on. And when we meet with families within that red zone of retirement, they feel that pressure. There are decisions that need to be made, strategies that would need to be implemented, and navigating through that is what really makes it exciting.
And that's why we say you get one chance to get it right when you're looking at retirement planning, because these decisions that you have to make are decisions that you've never had to make before. So the pressure's up, the time frame is condensed, and it makes each one of these decisions that much more important.
Are you saying it's 4th down and you're going to draw up a play?
I'm saying it feels like that to a lot of people. Are you saying you want me to drop a play?
I want you to show me. Show me how to get to retirement,
all right,
Coach.
Coach Merkle, to the board. Here we go. We're going to drop a play. So there's many defenses, as we talked about, that you will encounter as you get to the red zone to retirement and get even closer. So here's where you have been. Maybe you're 40 years old, 45, 50 years old. You still have some time before you get to that red zone. But time passes, and now you are actually in the red zone. And this is where you're feeling that pressure increase, because you have obstacles, hurdles that you have to overcome that maybe you faced before, but you have to face them in a different way now. And the meaning behind these defenses is much greater. So let's take inflation as an example. And you feel it. Every time you go to the grocery store, you fill up your cart, you take it to the register, and it rings up much higher than what it did even 6 months ago. Now, you've combated inflation, you combated that defense all throughout the pre-retirement phase, but you're still gonna have to combat that defense even into retirement. We know that your lifestyle costs X amount today. Let's call it $6,000 a month. 20 years from now, that $6,000 a month might be closer to $10,000 a month for the same exact lifestyle. So in your retirement playbook, you need to have a play that's going to get you around that defense and allow you to score. So this is the end zone, which is your retirement. Another hurdle that you're going to have to overcome, or defense you're going to have to overcome, is taxation. And this is a big one, and you felt this all throughout your accumulation phase. But this defense doesn't go away in retirement, but again, it does show up differently. As an example, if you have $1 million in your pre-tax 401k plan, over the course of your 20-year retirement, you might have a retirement tax bill that exceeds $500,000. That's just the tax bill. So you know you are in need of a play that's going to get you around that retirement tax bill and still into the retirement end zone. And then just one more defense that you have to overcome, let's say it's healthcare. Study after study, each year there's an updated study that says you might have to pay, the most recent study I believe was about $320,000 on healthcare alone over the course of your retirement. So if you're looking at your portfolio and you have $1 million in your portfolio, you're thinking 320 I have to set aside for healthcare alone, and that's not even assuming long-term care costs. That is also a reason you need a healthcare play within your retirement playbook to make sure that you can still score and have the retirement that you want to. Which is why it's because of all of those defenses, we have to have an integrated plan to make sure that you call the right play at the right time that allows you to execute your retirement vision.
That's right. As coaches, we have that bird's eye view to guide you to have your retirement plan, this comprehensive plan, guide the decisions that need to be made rather than making siloed decisions on the field as individual players.
Thank you for watching this clip of Retiring Today, and don't forget to subscribe. If you have questions about your retirement plan, take advantage of the complimentary 15-minute retirement checkup phone call.